I want to start off this video by saying this story was written about by a gentleman named Bob McNulty. He shared something on Facebook back in 2016. I made a video about the Kensington roller skating rink, which is right down the street. One of the people who watched that video, a gentleman named Anton, said, "Hey, do you know about this?" And I didn't. And so I'm going to share this story with the world. Bob, thank you for the story. Anton, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I love the Three Stooges. My favorite Stooge of the Three Stooges is Larry Fine. One, he was born in Philadelphia. Two, I'm a huge Howard Stern fan, and Larry Fine at Woodstock was one of the first bits I ever heard from Howard Stern, and I thought it was hilarious. This is the story of how Larry Fine was a hero in Kensington. Sideman Supply Company was not always a hardware store, even though my cousins, I think, lived above here in the early 80s. In 1922, this was a dress shop. Benjamin Goldstein and his wife lived above the dress shop, and there was a fire. There was a big fire in the dress shop. I'm thinking the address for the fire was 3364. The store is 3360. So that is so it would probably be somewhere around here. Benjamin Goldstein lived in the apartment up there with his wife and children, and flames were rushing out of the window. Benjamin Goldstein climbs out the window, and you can see there's an imprint of where a ledge used to be. He walked out the ledge, and there was an awning somewhere around here, and he jumped down to his safety. Now, this is the part where Larry Fine comes in. Somewhere around here, I don't know the exact address, but Albert Hunt lived there. When the fire happened, his two nephews, Harry Silk and Larry Feinberg, who was only 19 years old, came running down, and I just picture, you ever see like the old firefighters where they have like the like a trampoline, or not, they have that big blanket. So I just picture Larry and his uncle and his holding a big blanket, saying, "Come on, jump!" I can picture the Three Stooges doing it, and the blanket ripping and the people falling. But no, not this day, not on September 3rd. Larry Fine of the Three Stooges, his uncle and his cousin, saved the day. They caught the people. Now, so Larry of the Three Stooges, his cousin, and his uncle were busy rescuing the Goldsteins. Their house caught on fire, and there was flames rushing and roaring, and Uncle Harry ran up the steps and saved his pregnant wife. I believe her name was Ida. And Ida, they brought her down, and they saved the day. By the way, you think I'm just making this up? You go inside the hardware store today, and you go right to the front counter. And what do you see at the front counter? They have a tribute to Larry Fine right there. And there is the picture of the hardware store, and Larry Fine, a Kensington hero. I love the idea of them just walking around with I don't know if that's true. They probably just did this, but I think that's hilarious. All right, and that's the story about Larry Fine was a Kensington hero, saved the day of the Goldstein family, and that's how Larry Fine, oh, here he comes now, the Three Stooges coming to save the day, and that's how Larry Fine is a Kensington hero. Toodles!